Hey y'all, hey, welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I am going to go through my Glamlite palettes, my favorites. I love my Glamlite palettes. They are my favorite palettes ever. So we're going to go through them today. Um, Excuse the no makeup. Today is going to be a no makeup day. Well, not all day. Later, I will be doing a get ready with me to see Eva Destruction. Woo! Um, Also, I'm going to a Sarah Hickman concert. Woo! Gonna pick up one of my friends after the Sarah Hickman concert and head right over to Old Aunt Harry's. I guess this is what it's like to be a celebrity. So I'm gonna wait until then to put on makeup. But right now, I just want to go through my Glamlite palettes and my makeup collection just so you guys can kind of see what I have. So this first palette is the Margarita palette. I love the color story in this palette. You have all the bright colors. So I guess it's like all kinds, what we have here is all kinds of types of margaritas that's available. Margarita and mimosa are my two favorite alcoholic drinks. And so that's why I thought that this palette would be great for me. It came with a really, really cute fake margarita bottle. So that was really cool. Love this palette. Definitely keeping, this is not a declutter video because I'm not decluttering anything. I was just telling my husband that if I declutter something, I'm probably going to regret it later. So anyway, so this is my margarita palette. Next, I have the Frosted Flakes palette. Y'all, I don't eat cereal. I bought a whole box of cereal because I was like, I'm going to try to eat cereal, and I never ate it. My husband will probably eventually end up eating it if he hadn't already started eating it already. But anyways, this is the Frosted Flakes. This is such a cute color story. It matches the Frosted Flakes aesthetic perfectly. This is a beautiful palette. I created a really pretty blue look with this palette. You have, it goes from light to dark. You have these beautiful shimmers in this palette, as you can see. I especially love this shade called Frosted. That is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful shade. I love this palette a lot, even though I'm not really crazy about the colors, like for me, because I'm more of a pink person. I wear pink. I rarely wear another color other than pink. And as you can see from the background, pink, 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 pink. So the colors is not really my cup of tea, but I still love this palette whenever I do decide to go out of my comfort zone and wear something a little different. Next, we have the Scooby-Doo collection. This is the Creeps and Crawls palette. Once again, not my favorite colors, but I could not. Look at that. That is so gorgeous. I love these. I love this color story. This was perfect for Halloween. And these are perfect creepy crawly colors. So I love this. And this is beautiful, and I will probably try to get more and more out of it. Even though I wear mainly pinks and purples and colors like that, I still like to experiment with different colors on my eyes while I'm wearing pink. So if there's a different color in the outfit, I try to play off that color instead of just doing pinks. So that's why I have other color palettes. So we love it. We love to see it. Next is the second installment of the Scooby-Doo collection. This is the Ro-Raggy palette. I love that they called it Ro-Raggy. I always said I wish my dog could talk, and if he did talk, I would love for him to talk like Scooby-Doo. He would be like, ran in. Anyways, this is the Ro-Raggy palette, and this palette is more green. Now, green is my least favorite color in the world, but this color story is beautiful. You've got your shimmers in here, your 5 shimmers, 5 mattes, and this is a green tone palette. It also goes from light to dark, and you do have more colors in here other than green. There's the creeper on this side. I love that. I love Scooby-Doo. Anyway, so this is a really pretty color story. Even though these are not my favorite colors, I still really, really love this palette, and I enjoyed using this palette. Next up, we have the small palette in the Michaela Pot 2 collection. This palette, I tried yesterday because Friday is my neutral day. and because I wear my school colors on Fridays, and school colors are maroon and gold. So I try to do neutral color story palettes on days I wear my school colors. And this is the color story of that palette. So I felt like it would have been great for my school colors. The two looks I created, the first one I took off my face completely because I did not like it. The second one, I didn't like it either. So I'm gonna try to play with this palette again because I blame myself, honestly, because I think it's me. I'm the drama. So I am going to try this again, maybe use some of these green tones instead of just trying to do a neutral look. But yeah, that is what I'm gonna do. But otherwise, this is a beautiful color story. So I'm not sure why it didn't work out for me. And that's kind of why I blame myself for it not working out, because look at it. Just look at it. It's gorgeous. So I think I'm gonna try this one again. Next is the newest addition from Glamlite to my collection. This is the Chucky palette. Now, you guys see how cool that is? I love this palette. It is a really this is like smoky eye heaven. It is a really pretty color story. You can do lots with this palette. You can kind of even use it with another palette, like as a companion palette. But I can't wait to dig into this. I did one look with this palette, didn't go anywhere. I just wanted to play with it and do a video. But it is gorgeous. So we're definitely looking forward to getting more use out of this palette. Again, I'm not a horror movie person. And if I did do horror movies, I like Freddy Krueger. I like more thrillers than kind of slasher movies. But I still really appreciate this palette, and I'm looking forward to getting a lot more use out of it. Next is my favorite palette in the Glamlite collection. This is my Strawberry Shortcake palette. I loved Strawberry Shortcake when I was a child, so I had to have this whole collection. I remember having bed linen that I wore like till it was falling apart. And my mom finally made me throw it away. But anyways, this color story is so perfect for me. It's so perfectly Shannon. It has pinks, greens, some dark red tones in here. This shimmer, as you can see, I hit pan already in it. This is so pretty. And this shade right here, gorgeous. This palette is stunning. I even bought a second one. I bought a plus one. I have a plus one. So when I hit pan on these shades, I will have another one waiting in the wings. I love this palette so much. And I realized I use this palette like a lot. And I realized that like, I have to start using other palettes. And so I won't use this one up. But this is gorgeous, okay? And it's still available on glamlite.com. So if you like pinks and greens, this is the palette for you. Love this palette. Next, we have the Ice Cream Dream. We have the Ice Cream Dream palette. Yes. I love this. It actually came in like a ice cream truck. It was so cute. And then as you can see, they have the sprinkles in the ice cream. This is a pastel lover's dream. Okay. I created the look this week for work with this palette, and I loved it. Like, it was so pretty and bright and springy. I really loved that look. I had students complimenting me, people wondering, where did you get that color? And so this palette is definitely, if you love pastels, this is the palette for you. I used yellow, and until now I struggled with yellow. Like, I couldn't get it quite right, but that look was on point this week. And I also love a palette. You got this white shade called French Vanilla. I love this shade. I love when it's a white shade in the palette because I can brighten up my inner corners, and that's perfect for brightening up the inner corners. Love this palette so much. Again, Pastel Lover's Dream. Next, we have the Barbie palette. Now, y'all, in a galaxy far, far away, a long, long, long time ago, I collected Barbies. I have about 100 Barbies in my storage right now. Eventually, we're gonna bring them into my space and you guys can see them all. But I have about 100 Barbies in storage. And I love Barbie. I call myself Black. My handle on Instagram is called Black Barbie of ATX. So I love Barbie, all things Barbie. I love the pink. I love the aesthetic. I love that she's had every career. She's traveled the world. She's done so many things and she's just a doll, right? And so I love this color story so much. Once again, you have your pinks, your purples, your blues, and then you even have some neutral shades in this palette. So I had to have this palette. Any palette that has a lot of pink in the color story, I like to pick up because I can have a different variety of pinks and purples that I can use for the colors I like to wear. So this palette, love, 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 love. Next is the first installment of the Michaela collection. Now, I know that some people feel some type of way about Michaela these days, but everybody makes mistakes, okay? And we're human and we fall down, but we get up, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say about Michaela. But this is the first installment of the Michaela palettes with Glamlite. I used this palette once already. Beautiful. This is a beautiful color story. You have your neutral shades on the top, so you could create neutral looks. You have your pinks, purples, you have greens, and blue, and all the colors in this palette. This is also a palette. If you're just gonna have one palette, this would be a great palette to have just because it has so much variety with neutrals and colors. So this would be a great palette to have. Love this palette. Love this palette. So next we have the Michaela Pot 2 palette from Glamlite. Again, this color story is given Emerald City. This color story is given Wizard of Oz vibes. So you have your greens, you have your purples, you have your blues, you have a blackest black and a very, very light color. Love palettes that have a white and a black in it. That gives you a lot of variety in your palette if you have the black and the white. And then you have all of these beautiful shimmers. This is a pretty palette. Again, I use this palette and I used these greens and my niece said it looked blue to her. Well, it's definitely green in the pan. Y'all see that, right? So that's blue, that's green, right? Anyway, love this palette. Once again, you can create neutral and colorful looks with this palette. So I love this. I love this palette. All right. So next up we have the, this is the Hershey Kisses collection. This was a Valentine's Day launch last year. I picked these up at, TJ Maxx for less than what they were offering them online. I guess because they're old or whatever. I have all of them but one. These I picked up at TJ Maxx. I have all of them but one. So let's look through these. I think this is the Lava Cake. Yes, this is the Lava Cake palette. I used this one on Valentine's Day. Again, you know, you have the pinks. This is all pink monochromatic palette. And I really like this. This is a really pretty color story to me. You know, again, anything that has pinks, I'm here for. Next, we have the Hershey Kiss palette. Haven't used it yet, but as you can see, it is a neutral color story. So this will probably be used one Friday when I'm getting ready for work because I wear my alma mater colors on Friday. And I work at my alma mater. So we all wear the alma mater. We all wear the colors on Friday. So I'll probably be using this one Friday. But I love this color story. I haven't used it yet, so I can't really attest to the quality or whatever. But if it's anything like this one, I would say it would be great quality as well. Next, we have the purple one. This is the Special Dark. I have used this palette one time. And again, monotone palette. It's purple, you know, really pretty color story. This one turned out really well when I used it that one time. So, yeah, we're here for it. The last Glamlite palette that I have is the Cookies and Cream palette. I have 4. There are 5 in this collection, and I'm missing the almond one, and that one is also a neutral tone palette. And this is a blue palette. Again, haven't used it. This is another one I haven't used yet. But I look forward to using it. This shade right here is so pretty. Let me hold it up to the camera so y'all can see, I can't wait to dig into that shade. That shade is so pretty. So pretty. And I can't wait to dig into that shade. So yeah, so that's it. That is my Glamlite collection. Stay tuned for more collection videos because I have other palettes that I have other palettes too, so I have more than just Glamlite. But I just kind of wanted to show you guys all of those palettes. And yeah, stay tuned because I have more collections and more palettes to share. Later on, I'll be having a Get Ready With Me, and I'm going to be going to see Sarah Hickman in concert. This is her 60th birthday. Happy 60th birthday, Sarah Hickman. Woo! And then later, I'll be going to see Eva Destruction. Oh my God, my life's crazy. After that, I'll be going to see Eva Destruction at All Can Harry's. All right? So y'all have a good night. And stay tuned for that Get Ready With Me.